So how did you feel the lesson went?
Last night I watched it over and over because I was editing the lesson. So I got to see a lot of the things that I might change and a lot of things that I thought, oh, I did in my mind, I'm actually doing what I thought I was doing. But some of the things I thought I did well is designing and choosing activities, types of activities that cover each of those things that it mentioned in the standard one. So when I thought of the cognitive needs of a student, I thought my activity with the story chart fit that really well because we practiced it together first, and then I was able to see if did they understand it, are they able to show it independently. So I thought that was a good activity for that. Physical, just the choosing of stations itself. I think in general, kids moving from place to place and practicing that motion of doing it together I thought that I was pleased to see that. And for the most part, even though this was just their second week, I was really pleased at how they're able to find their stations. I have one student, Andy, who's slower than all the others getting there. In fact, in the video, you might see he's kind of running and flopping around a little bit. But he gets there. He's a little later than the others, but he kind of watches and he does. So I like that. I give them freedom to figure it out themselves rather than kind of hovering and nagging over them. For social, just having them grouped for these first few weeks, like I said, it's cooperative. It's not by level yet because I still haven't found all of their levels, but I think that's a great way to introduce the year because they're just getting to know each other and they're learning to work together. And then the emotional, creative aspect, having that autumn craft. I like to do a craft every month, and then I often do games too, and I think that's good. Both kinds, the creative aspect of the emotional needs, and then just the games and the competition. I think I did well. I also thought I did well providing clear directions and expectations, going over what they would do each thing. Maybe I would like to shave off a little bit of the time. It took me a long time this first time, and I wish it wouldn't have taken me so long to explain things. But I'm glad if I can shave off a little time but keep that clearness. I think that really helps with stations. Things I think I need to improve. Especially with the story chart, I felt like I was kind of chained to that table, and I like to try to pick activities where I'm more free to kind of just check out all the stations, and I didn't feel like I did that as much with this rotation because I felt like I really needed to be at that table. Also, I noticed on the video how much I say the word now. Like when I am about to start something new, I say now over. It bugged me when I watched it on the video, so that's something I wouldn't have maybe noticed, except that I watched the video so much. So I'm going to try to stop saying now as often as I do. Pick a different way. Also, maybe just, I guess what I want to continue practicing is when they move from station to station, my goal is for them to be a little quieter. They weren't terrible, but I want to reduce the volume level and just have them moving from place to place more quietly. So continuing to practice that. And then also, I noticed that in this station, I've told the students anytime they complete work, they should put it in the green completed work box. This time, none of them did that. They all put it back into the little basket. So I need to go over with them, remind them where do you put papers at the end of stations. So I noticed that. I guess those are the main things I thought about what I did well and what I think I need to improve.
Okay. I tend to say okay a lot more. I notice that I say okay, so that's my word. Okay, now. So it's interesting to be able to watch yourself back and reflect. I think it's really helpful. So, say that word too. Did you? I have just a couple questions. Did you get to every station? You were worried about time. Were you able
I did.
to?
Yes. In fact, when I stopped my expectations, I always look at the clock to see how much time I have left, and then I divide it by 4.
Okay.
So automatically, I always have enough time. I just divide it, so I know.
And when the kids don't finish, what do they?
Usually, like this week, because none of them finished the story chart or the craft, so I'm going to reuse that tomorrow. So that we'll finish it up for Thursday activities. Usually they do finish and I have something new for Thursday, but since this is brand new, it's taking longer, so I've been using my Tuesday activity and just kind of continuing it on Thursday. If eventually when it gets down a little better, if there's only 1 or 2 students not finishing, then whatever their work that they don't finish, it goes into a study hall folder. And any uncompleted homework or anything like that goes into my study hall folder. Then every Monday, those kids that didn't finish their work, they sit and finish while the others have free learning opportunities. So that's kind of a really good impetus to get those kids. They know that it's going to end up in study hall, so they want to work and get it done.
So what I noticed when I came in to watch, I was walking around, and the kids were transitioning so well for the second week of school. That was really amazing. They knew what to do. They knew where to go. It wasn't one kid was straggling. They all walked together to there. And I thought they were really quiet. Maybe you could introduce ninja walking to
I like that.
your station or something, because yeah, that's kind of fun to get
Like
them.
show me a ninja walk.
Okay. Because you can't hear a ninja.
Yeah, that's
so
a good
if they were
idea.
and if they want to be like, you know,
And
and, they
that's
look at each
perfect.
other, but
Perfect for that age group. Yeah,
So-
they think that was cool.
ninja walking. Okay. So I thought that your activity was perfect for what you wanted to achieve, because it definitely ticked all the boxes that you were looking for. I did wonder, because you're just beginning to have you at one of the stations, I was wondering, so I was happy to hear you reflect on that, because when you're with your kids,
Yeah.
and you're not able to monitor them, even though you have other teachers in the room to help your paraprofessional, but to have, she was also not free either. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
think that's, I couldn't really think of anything else for you to improve on, because I was getting ideas. I was thinking, wow, this was really smooth, and to only be in the second week of school, pretty awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. That really helps to hear your perspective. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.